Hello friends. So as earlier I have talked about this chatbot. So in this video I will explain about this chatbot. How can you create your own chatbot easily with minimal code and architecture? If you are creating any small application and you want to create a chatbot, then it will be helpful to you. And for this, we don't require much heavy server also. You can easily integrate with any open source API, or you can create your own lightweight server, or you can customize without server also. So I will start with one by one. So this is the architecture. Here I am following data class, UI, and utility constants and all those. And there is one main activity and message API class. Okay. So I will start with the main activity. Okay. This is a minimal code, and you can easily integrate this in your own application, in your own project. Okay. So here what I am doing is, first of all, let's show you the layout. So this is the layout. I will zoom a little bit. So you can see how the messages will appear, sending, receiving both. So you can see double this. This is a sample message, this is a sample message, right? So what I will do is, when someone is sending message, then I will show this part. After receiving message, I will hide this part. I will show you in the code how it works, like how we can maintain in one screen. Okay. So and this is the message. So this is the main activity class where message sending, type message, and everything will happen. I will explain how it is working. And in message item class, we can see, right, what is the payload in the message, particular that message, like text view text, and then text bot message, and this will be a text view. Okay. So so this is the message item, and this yes, this is a message item, and this is the main activity to x. So here I will start with main activity, and then I will let you know how this will study. So here, see, if you want to if you want to write code by seeing this same, what you can do is, you can pause the video and you can write by looking at this. Okay. So I will show every screen slowly, and I will show all the part, and I will paste the GitHub link also. You can go and clone the project and you can continue your work. Okay. So here, this is a message list. I'm creating a mutable list of message class, data class, which is a data class. You know, right? Data class in Kotlin. Kotlin, data class is a class which hold the data. Okay, and there are some other properties. If you don't know about data class, you can Google it and you can understand about the data class. Okay, and soon I will start one Kotlin video also, and Android from beginner to advanced level topic also. I will cover all those topics by which you can learn, and you can crack any company or product based company or any MNCs with that roadmap. Because I also have followed the same roadmap, and I'm working fine. So okay, let's get into topic. So this is the message list. Okay, mutable list of message class. So what message class holds? It's a string message, ID and time. And then here uh, in Kotlin, okay, and in Android, here we need to do this is late initialization. Before initializing the any view, we need to do late initialization, otherwise it will crash. So here I am doing all this initialization of messaging adapter. Okay, what is messaging adapter? This is the messaging adapter. Okay, I will show one by one. Okay, messaging adapter, initializing button, recycler view, text view, and another text view, sending and receiving both. Okay, so this is a one Firebase authentication I was doing. Actually, this code I've written for some client, and for him I have done this authentication with Firebase and all. I will tell you about this also. Okay, and here I am doing data binding concept. Okay, to hold and view for view holder and all those. So here this is the binding activity main binding. Okay, if you are using data binding, then you need to do in this way. So here I am using data binding concept. So after on create, when the application will launch, on create method will call, right? So in that on create, what I'm doing is I'm initializing this uh, binding. Okay, and then I'm and in binding we need to do binding dot root. Okay, to which we are binding, and then we are setting our activity, main activity. Okay, where all the process will happen. So okay, Firebase will, I will explain later. And then inside this onCreate class only I'm calling to method. Okay, you just ignore this Firebase thing, I will explain later. In after on create on this onCreate only I'm calling this two method, recycler view and click events. Okay, so what is this recycler view? In this recycler view, I am setting all those things like the recycler view. Okay, and then adapter, and then I'm setting this adapter, and then I'm setting this layout manager. So this is the concept to set all this adapter. Okay, in Android. After that, on start. Okay, okay, this on start I will come later. Then okay, this is you can ignore. This is just for performance. Okay, so send message now. Okay, so recycler view I have called, click events I have called. Okay, so in this click events I'm calling this main. These are the two main method from which all this process starting. So recycler view I'm setting adapter in my recycler view, and then I'm calling this click events. So in click events, what I'm doing is I'm fetching view for button send, and then on button send I'm sending this message. I'm calling this method send message. Okay, so send message. So what I'm doing here is I'm checking is typing. Okay, so I'm fetching this view is typing. I'm fetching all these things is typing, then message, bot message and text message, everything. Okay, and then what I'm doing is if is typing dot visibility is visible, let's say someone is typing. So if it is visible, still if someone is typing, while sending message I'm setting this visible. If someone is sending message, then I'm making this visible is typing. Okay, just to show like ChatGPT, like ChatGPT is typing or something else, until and unless data is getting. So we are showing that visibility. After that, we are setting it in bone. So in message, I'm converting this to string, and then if message is not empty, then I'm in our message list, that mutable list of that message class I show. In message list, I'm adding all these things: message, send id, and timestamp. Okay, in message list. Okay, so and in adapter I'm inserting this message. Okay, and after that, immediately I'm calling this bot response. And what is this bot response? If it is, so here also I'm fetching this all is typing recycler queue messages. Okay, so what I'm doing is, uh, here I'm not calling any API now, because I don't have any API now. While I was building this for clients, client have given me API. So in that time, I will show you this all codes also. But for now, I have just typed one. I have pasted one data here. Like I will show you. So what I'm doing is, in message list, I'm adding this. Okay. In bot response, I will send the message, whatever the message here I'm getting. Okay, in send message, in send message, if the message is not empty, then I'm in message list I'm inserting it. And and then in that text view also. Okay, let's open the visor also once, so that I can show you clearly. Okay, so this is the text view I'm setting, ChatGPT, where I'm setting here. If the after, if message is not empty, then see, add it to our local list. I'm in our local list, I'm adding it. Okay, this message, and I'm setting this text view here. Okay, after that, I'm calling this bot response. And this is nothing. This is just after this scrolling thing will happen. This is nothing. So after that, in adapter also I'm inserting this message. Okay, so after that, immediately I'm calling bot response. In bot response, what I'm sending? Message. Okay, this message I'm sending here. What message? Okay, this message, right? Whatever I will get, I'm sending this. Okay, so in bot response, if it is typing, if it is in bot response, I'm sending this message, and then here I'm fetching this is typing view ID, recycler view messages, and then I'm for now I have just set one data, and in message list also I'm adding this final line. So what I'm doing is, in message list again I'm inserting this our response. I mean, if someone is typing chat GPT, this one also I have added to message list and adapter. And after this final line, maybe like let's say when I'm getting data from server, then at the time when I will get data, this data also I will save it to our local list along with receive id timestamp, and I will set it in the adapter. So in adapter also I'm setting this. After that after that I'm making this invisible, like immediately when sending message is over, then when bot response method is will come, immediately I'm here here you will see one is typing, so immediately I'm making that invisible. So after that, okay, so if we don't use any API, then this is the simple thing. I mean, sending message and receiving message. But okay, so but I'll comment this line for now. Okay, yes, I'll comment this line. If I'm calling API, okay, so, okay. So when I will send this message, send message will call. inside the send message, whatever the user is typing, I'm setting it to text view, and then and then same that same message, if message is not empty, then I'm doing all these things, adding to the list, it is inserting to the adapter, and then the same message I'm sending it to the bot response method. I'm calling this. So bot response will take this message. After taking this message, what is this retrofit instance? This one. So this bot response message will have this message, and immediately after that, I'm not doing this immediately when server is. I mean, when I'm fetching data from server, I'm not doing. I'm not hiding this is typing immediately, because after the response I get, only that time I will hide. Otherwise, it will be a bad experience for the user. So. Uh, So here I am building retrofit instance, retrofit.builder. This is how we build retrofit instance. So in this base URL, I'm setting one base URL, which is like any API. For this consultancy. I have done this. So this was the API. It was there. So okay. So I'm setting this base URL and then building this retrofit instance. After that, uh, I'm using this scalar service. Okay, scalar service, which is of message API. So here I have message API, right? This is the interface. So in message interface, if I want to get, post, any functions, get, post, query, everything we can do here. So here I'm getting get string response. Okay, in that API I was getting string response. Okay, so in future, like if I want to do if I want to call API and then do these things, then I can do with this retrofit instance. I'm getting this message. I'm creating this message API, and then with the help of this retrofit, I'm creating this message API class. Okay. Uh, After that, after that, here I have used Firebase, right? Firebase on create only. I use this Firebase authentication. Okay, so I'm getting this token and everything from Firebase here only. So after that, here I'm checking is if access token is not null, then I'm this is a retrofit call. Okay, see, response execute. So here what I'm doing is I'm calling this service with a type of string. Okay, so scalar service gets string response. I'm getting calling. I'm fetching this string response. So with the string response of type this message, and access token not null. Okay, because here it takes what, it takes string as a parameter. Okay, and what it takes, user ID, text and user ID. So I'm passing this message. Okay, whatever message I'm getting here in bot response, I'm passing here. After that, string call dot enqueue, where I'm doing all these things, like on response. After that, if response is successful, and then what I'm doing is I'm fetching response.body. If response is successful, I'm taking only the data. I'm taking only the body part where the data will be there, like that message. Okay, so after that, I faced some issue with the response. There was some unnecessary words or characters. So what I did, I did some parsing thing here. These parsing things I have done, and after that I have done message, same thing only, like adding to the message list adapter, and then um, after that, yeah, these things I have done. So if this response is failed, I mean login on response is failed, or any server is down, then also I'm doing this. So what? Okay. Okay, so root response. Okay, so this is how this is how all it works. Fine. So okay, now I will. So you can get this code. You can get this code. I'll paste in the GitHub link. You can create your own ChatGPT using this concept, and this is a very minimal code. Like I mean, you can work with the server. Also, you can create your customized message list. Like if you want to set only limited number of messages in that chatbot, then also you can make some limited number of, like here I'm using this here I'm using this final line, right? Instead of final line you can create some list, and you can set some logic, like if that is the text, then you should send that response from that list. Accordingly we can create some like logic customizably also. But if you're getting from server, then also fine. But I made this for only client with server only, where I was getting the response as a string. So okay, so and one thing I have faced issue here is like I'm sorry, is sin. So I have created one class, not class. I have just created one file with some flag like is sin. So what I'm doing here is, if I go to the message adapter, yes, in message adapter, what I'm doing is, here also I'm okay. Yeah. So in adapter, what we do is first of all, in adapter by default we need to create. It will be like on create view holder, get item count on bind view holder. So uh, we are using binding data binding concept. So we need to do this binding dot root. After that, so here I'm inflating this layout inflator dot parent. I'm inflating this context parent context. After that I'm returning here binding. Okay, so this binding I'm returning here. After that, getting count message list, and then on bind view holder, what I'm doing is I'm fetching this message list current message, like position, whatever the position, it will come here. I'm keeping in current message. So what I'm doing is, if when current message is id, when current message dot id, with the id, what I'm doing, send id. If it is send id, because id is what you can say in utils, I will show you. In utils, send id, receive id, and base URL, right? So I'm in Kotlin, when is the switch case? When is like switch case. Uh, so when it is send ID, then what I'm doing is text view. In TV message, in the XML file, I'm setting this text, and visibility is view dot visible. Okay, and board messages I'm doing, and board message I'm doing in gone, like I'm making it gone. So because in resource, yeah, when it is wait a second. When it is when someone is sending message, this only when someone is sending message, at that time sending message will be visible. This part is sending message, and in that same thing only, I'm bot message I'm hiding it. So in the same way, in receiving id, if it is receiving id, what I'm doing is bot message. In bot message I'm applying thread, because in chat gpt, like uh, I have followed this like ChatGPT. It was a requirement from client, like we need to show our data in a streaming way. So I was getting response in a string, so I need to show that in a streaming way. So I have used thread here. So while I was using thread, I faced some issue like some previous message were also rendering continuously. So I have used this flag is seen. If that particular message is seen, so in that case, that particular message will not re-render again, and it will not uh, like if we scroll to the top to bottom, like here you can see, if we scroll like this, previous message also will get re-render and same streaming thing is happening. So it was a kind of bug. So I have to use this flag is seen. If it is seen, then I'm not re-rendering those messages. I'm only making the streaming way of the new message response. So if it is a receive id, then what I'm doing is I'm checking this condition, and then four words in current message. In the current message, what is the message? Using this string builder is a concept in Kotlin Java, you can see. So in this string builder, I'm appending these words. What words in that current message? Every single character I'm appending in the string builder, and after that I'm making it 30 millisecond using thread. So what it will do, every 0.30 millisecond means it is really less, right? So 30 millisecond will be very much less. Like it will be like continuously one word after one word it will come. So after that, board message. I'm making it visible. Okay. Else, in else, what I'm doing is see. Huh. So okay. In else, if if it is this is seen, I'm using is because of previous message, because of re-rendering bug. But if it is not is seen, then else it will go for the new message. Like if someone type chat gpt, and then again someone type again new like what is google or something, anything, then that chat gpt response will not re-render again. Okay. So for new message it will work this one, and for old also, if new message came, this will work, but re-rendering will not happen. So this flag will work. Okay. You can take this code. I'll paste in the link, and you can understand how it is working. And this is it, guys. There is nothing much. Only see, in data class there is a two class. In ui part I kept this adapter, messaging adapter, which is obviously I'm using recycler view, so I'm using it this messaging I mean adapter. If you use recycler view, then we need to use adapter. If you're using new concept like jetpack compose, then we don't need recycler view or anything. Okay. And some constraint I'm using, and this times, and in main activity, all this, and message API. So only this much is the main architecture I'm using. So you can screenshot this, or you can. I think I have shown you every code. If I have not shown, you can take this one by one. Okay. Okay. So I'm making it again and again so that you can take the screenshot, or you can pause the video and continue with this. Okay. This is nothing. This is just a data. You can customize it. You can pause the video and write your code, or I will paste the link. Okay. So what happens is like in github if sometimes with your android version you will face some error maybe. But if you um, open create a new project, then and if you write a fresh code, then it will be compatible with your system, Android Studio version and everything. So if something not work, then you can take. I mean, you have two options: writing code through the video, or maybe with the code base you can directly clone and you can use it. That's it, guys.